Hi, my name is Huy Hoang Ngo S79001. This is my presentation for SEMCO case study group assessment. In this video, I would like to describe the change in management style and the organizational structure of SEMCO. Let's start with the situation of SEMCO that led to change in management style. Ricardo Sembler took over his father company, SEMCO, in 1982 when he was only 24 years old. Sembler was ambitious and put his effort into improving the financial situation of the company, reforming the management as well as expanding the business. However, he found that an excessive stress on output and goal led to negative effects in the relationship of managers and employees, and a decline in the physical mental health of the employees, even Sembler himself. Therefore, many changes were conducted in management activity of SEMCOs. First, company changed from highly mechanistic and bureaucratic style to be more organic, flexible, and democratic. Secondly, manager now allow their employees to engage with decision making instead of full control and apply rule and policy in everything. In addition, no specific principle or standard are applied. Even employees can choose their working time, location to work, salary, and the pay method. Besides, employees are not required to be formal anymore. They are free to express themselves. Finally, the most significant change in management assembly is that the hierarchy was cut from 12 to 3. So next, I want to discuss more about the change. The reason for those changes is that simpler figure, while thus providing more autonomy to employees, is directly impact on their adaptivity, output, and effectiveness. He also believes that helping employees achieve a work-life balance would bring the company more success. Therefore, simpler push further to democratic SEMCO and create healthy work structure, replace mission statement, business plan, and long-term budgets with its democratic autonomous processes. In the next section, I would like to clarify SEMCO organization design. As we are aware, to design an organization structure, it is important to analyze structural dimension like formalization, specialization, hierarchy, and contingency factors. Let's start with structural dimension. According to Sempler in 1989, the pyramid organization model has many disadvantages, such as hindering communication and interaction, making it difficult to plan and implement. Therefore, SEMCO designed the organization in circular model and reduced the management level to 3 levels. Besides, let's look to contingency factor. SEMCO has to consider many different factors to balance when designing its organization structure so that it is efficient and effective. On both sides, SEMCO operates in many businesses, each of which can have several hundred employees. In addition, SEMCO focuses on using efficient technology to increase productivity. When it comes to goal and strategy, business plan, budget, and strategy in SEMCO are reviewed every 6 months, while the outside environment is constantly changing. And one more important thing is that SEMCO culture focus on engagement, encourage initiative, and empower employees. Simpler in 1989 explains that there are three fundamental values of SEMCO: democracy, profit sharing, and information, and they interact with each other in a complicated cycle. Here is the organization structure of SEMCO. We can see that this structure is quite simple but tight. The central cycle is called controller, including sampler, whose main duty is to executing strategy in Elahi to goal of SEMCO. Then the second cycle comprises of business of division of SEMCO business, and they were referred as partners. The biggest and utmost cycle comprised of all SEMCO employees and referred as associated and coordination. This structure allows SEMCO to balance out the element I analyzed in the previous slides. It is simple enough to be easily managed and communicated, and also tied up to ensure efficiency and compliance with several new management perspective. That's the end of my presentation. Next, the HR policy and SEMCO downsizing will be described by other group members. Thank you for listening.
So when we talk about the human resource policies at SEMCO company, I would like to divide this main topic to 6 segments because that will be easy to get an idea of the HR practices at SEMCO company. So first section is talent attraction and selection. Each working group is the one who decided the need to hire a new member or not. Team reviews, select and screen in their staff every 6 months. Group managers are recruited through interviews by group members. At any point in time, the company had to process at least 2,000 job applicants. That means this company make their decision by a group or employees rather than one entrepreneur or manager or chairman. So there's no any hierarchy system in this company. Every decision made by employees and group of team. So second section is talent retention. So when it comes to the workforce cards, SEMCO encourages employees to leave to set up satellite companies and support them with resources. With significant goodwill for the freedom SEMCO gives the employees to annual rate at courting at SEMCO has been below 2% since 1981. So that's how the talent retention maintained by this SEMCO company. And third section I would like to talk with you, talent development. Talent means that every HR department in the company would like to develop the talent of their employees and workers. So that's how company can reach their future goals and like increase their profits of the company. So every HR department would like to develop the workers and employees talent. So this is how SEMCO company get that action. So SEMCO funded the training programs that employees was interested in irrespective of the areas of learning, subjects and budgets. So that's how the mainly SEMCO company's HR department works with the talent development, and also training sessions were conducted to enable all employees, including workers and cleaners, to comprehend and company's financial statements. So training sessions and the main company funded for these training cost. So that's how they give the motivation to their employees and workers to develop their talent. So that's how this company reached their goals and future targets and profitability. So main thing is when we talk about the HR practices in this company, mainly decision made by teams and employees rather than the entrepreneurs and managers. And also they are sponsoring for the training sessions and the funding for the training sessions. That's how they develop their talent. So this is how human resource policies works at the SEMCO. So I will explain next 3 sections from the next slide. Thank you. So now we'll talk about the next 3 section of the HR practices at SEMCO company. So the fourth section is leadership. SEMCO expected managers to be calm and capable of dedication, dependable, and efficiency. So these disciplines have to be maintained by the leadership and management of the SEMCO company under the HR practices, rules, and regulation. And also the fifth segment is management of the performance. Performance mainly depend on the personal behavior and disciplines of workers and employees rather than a restriction on times and place of work. So there's no any written restriction or the rules and regulations for the employees and workers. They have the freedom to maintain their own discipline and own behavior. So that's how they increase their performance in this company. And the last section is workplace culture. This is most funniest and most valuable section in this company, because this company gives a big freedom to their employees and workers, and that's how they maintain their performance. So for an example, employees were encouraged to travel and take lunch breaks, purchase electronic devices and stuff, and choose the time to work and choose the workplace and choose their salary. So that's how they maintain their HR practices. That's how they increase their performance under the HR practice. And also, SEMCO principal policy was not to have any written policies and regulation. That's why I told in earlier, this company gave more freedom to their employees and the workers and the teams, and it helps to maintain their disciplines and the personal behaviors. And plus, this behavior is the reason to increase the performance of this company. So this is how human resource policy is maintained at SEMCO company. So I would like to pass the presentation to my next friend, Hamza. So he will talk about the rest of this company. Thank you very much.
Hello everyone, my name is Hamza and I'll be talking about downsizing at SEMCO. So when in 1990, when Brazil's economy was in crisis, SEMCO made significant changes into their organizational structures and their HR policies. So first of all, what they did was they fired a large number of their employees, and this was the reason because of this was to lower the operational costs. In general, the employees who were left, they took the initiative themselves to take a 30% and decrease from their wage, and they also promised SEMCO to do extra tasks in the time they had available, rather than all those tasks which were outsourced before, which also costed them the company a lot of money. Another thing which SEMCO did was, as they had the plan to reduce their workforce, so they initiated their employees to open up small companies, as they knew the nature of work and they had the skill to provide the work done, provide the needs and get the work done for SEMCO. So they encourage their employees to set up their own small companies, so SEMCO could outsource the work to them, and the results could be the same. Moving on. So in all of this, we saw the case, in my opinion, SEMCO was a huge success because of two things. One was the transparency it had between in themselves and their employees. Everything, be it managerial or financial situation of the company, was disclosed in front of the employees, which made them trust the company and their managers more and put in more effort. There was also regular rotation between the senior positions, which helped the encourage teamwork and increase the creativity. SEMCO also hired new and fresh blood, so that they could get in new ideas, and being the outsourcing the work also made them bring new ideas into the companies. Also, another recommendation is that companies, they should merge their scarce resources together, and with each other's help, they can achieve the maximum profits, or they can gain the maximum market share, and all of this happens with trust and respect. So the conclusion is, after that, SEMCO redesigned their organizational structure. There was visible profit and growth in the company itself. The flexible working hours, with had employees engaging with the company more. The turnover rate for the company was almost nil. Workers could come in and go out whenever they want. They just had to fulfill their hours, and this idea was copied by a lot of companies later on. As I explained before, in every situation of the company was clear to each and every employee, regardless of their level or their position in the company, which made them trust the company more, and they put in the employees, they put in more effort. Independence, and the most important thing was SEMCO's operations were designed in such a way that they weren't really dependent on one person only. The work could be done with or without the same person carrying the job. So I think the structural redesign for SEMCO was a huge success. This is just a small list of our references, and this is the end of the presentation. Thank you very much.